How about we cover all things serve and volley today? Well, it won't be all things, but today we are going to show a serve and volley play that's common on the Pro Tour, when the pros serve and volley. And it's a play that you can use. And I'm, of course, going to break down the subtle details so that you really understand how to serve and volley more efficiently and effectively. My name is Jeff Salzenstein. I'm the founder of Tennis Evolution, one of the leading online tennis instruction websites in the world. And I am passionate about helping players. We get great feedback with these case study videos where we look at high-level players, sometimes even club players, and we break down the strategy, the tactics, the footwork, the technique. And we're going to break down some serve and volley today. Let's get into it right now. We're going to watch the point. Player on the near side is serving. He serves out wide and he hits an open court volley for the winner. Pretty straightforward, right? Well, let's actually dig in and look at what's really going on this point. Because I'm affectionately known as the serve surgeon, I've got to break down the serve here. So let's look at this serve from this player. Wide stance. As he releases the ball, you can see how the racket really lags and there's not a lot of turn. You'll see this in many players on the Pro Tour. I don't think this is as efficient. You won't see Roger Federer or Pete Sampras doing this, but again, a lot of big servers do have this kind of look and feel with a pinpoint stance, but you'll see how that tossing arm goes up. That's a great position, but look at where the elbow and the racket are. I really don't think that's as strong as a position as it could be. Again, there are pros that serve like this, so I'm not here to say this is wrong. But if you've been following my videos for any length of time, you know that this player could be elbowing the enemy a little bit more, creating more turn in the shoulders. He's got that classic pinpoint stance. Ideally, I like to see this back foot come up behind the front foot. Now, I know this video is about serve and volley, but like I said, I couldn't help it. I want to break down serves for players and help them. As he hits this ball, you can see his head is always already looking. He's not as sideways as he could be. That's probably because he's bringing that back foot up. All right, great height on the serve, incredible height. He gets way into the court and he serves out wide. He serves, can't really see where the ball lands, but he serves to a big target, and now he's going to be serve and volleying. So I really like the split. He's low there, okay? Now this is where it gets interesting with this serve and volley play. So notice how he gets on his front foot right here to hit the ball. So he's on his front foot and he goes off the front foot and he lands on the front foot, kind of kicks this leg back. He's very sideways and hits an angle volley that lands short. It lands at the service line, it lands short, and this player can't even get it on one bounce. Now here's what I want to start to break down. The movement coming forward, I love the landing. He takes a pretty big step here, maybe could have been bigger. A really big step there, that's great. And then he uses his split step. And you can see this is not, he's not splitting and stopping right here. He's actually just coming down on this foot and he's continuing to move. That's something a lot of club players don't do well. First of all, a lot of club players come down like this and they take little choppy steps and then they do a full split step where they actually stop their momentum. You don't want to do that, okay? So now he gets on this front foot here, which is fine. There is a place where, there is a place in time where there are options where a player can go off of this foot, transfer the weight to the front foot as they volley, but he's on the front foot. Now, what I'd like to see this player do a little more gracefully is he could go off that front foot, and I'd like to see this leg kick back a little bit more. You'd see Stefan Edberg or Roger Federer. You'd see them kick that leg back a little bit more, and you probably wouldn't. I mean, you can see, look how far back this leg is kicking back. He really looks off balance when he lands. This leg should be kicked back to the side a little bit. He's probably maybe even too sideways right here with his back to the net. So that whole move there, it's not elegant and graceful like you'd see Federer or Edberg. It's a little bit off balance. And you'll see that when he comes out, he brings this foot down, but you can tell he's just right there. Just looks a little awkward. Now from here, he takes a little step right there. I'd like to see he comes down and he should be able to push off this leg and step to the side a little bit and then make a really big crossover move. And he doesn't do that. Right there, see, he kind of shuffles. So his movement is not as efficient. So by the time this player is getting to the ball, he's not even on this side of the sideline. I bet if Pat Rafter was coming in on this ball, he'd be back foot here, he'd come down right here, he'd push off so that this foot would come down, and then he'd make a huge crossover step. So this player, he's a big player, so he might not move as elegantly as a guy like Federer or Rafter, Pat Rafter, but he certainly could become more efficient with his movement. Now, the movement can improve, but what I love about this volley, nice short backswing, I should say nice short follow through. Look at his backswing though. He actually takes a big backswing there. A lot of coaches say take no backswing on the backhand volley. No. Take a backswing when the ball is going slow and then stop your follow through, which he does a great job of. You can see how this ball is going back. But then I love where he hits this volley. He doesn't hit it deep to the open court. He hits it short. Now, hopefully he meant to hit it short. I always teach hitting to the open court to the service line. This player is deep in the court on the return, the far player, so hit it short and make him run up. That's why he couldn't get to that ball. So the target on this volley was absolutely perfect. It's safe, it's not close to the sideline, and it's short. And this player couldn't even get to it. So the best part about this play, this serve and volley play, is the aim, is the short target to a big target to the open court. The next best thing in this video is the technique, the backhand volley. Big backswing, takes the racket back, short follow through. And the thing I like least about this volley is the footwork, but of course he makes it work because he's got the whole court and he locates his volley very well. So I know there's a lot of players out there that serve and volley in singles and doubles. I know that you can pick up some tips here with the technique and with the target and even with the footwork that can help you be a better serve and volleyer. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you share it with others, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications to be updated on all future releases that we have. I had a blast making this video, and before we go, I want to give you a free gift. If you haven't watched any videos by now, you know that we are offering a free instructional course. You get a free course with lessons on the serve, the forehand, footwork, single strategy, and double strategy, and it's inside our Tennis Evolution app. This app is an absolute game changer because it's free. You can download it. You just have to click the link below to register so that you can get this free content inside the app, a free course. You can also click somewhere inside this video, and we want you to take the next step. And it's been proven that if you watch content, if you watch these lessons inside of an app, you'll spend more time watching, you'll spend more time applying these tips to your tennis game. It's going to help you get better. So get the app, click the link in the description below, get that free course, and we'll see you at the next lesson.